What is the purpose of life? I mean, it's the question that everyone's asked themselves, and people will continue to ask for millennia to come, and people have been pondering since the dawn of time. And well, I think you can find an answer. I believe that, well, of course, everyone will have a different answer because it's a very personal question. Not everyone has the same purpose. But I believe that I can help you find, or at least get closer to whatever that purpose of your life is. And I think the best place to begin and to truly find that purpose of your life, specifically you, yes, you watching right now, is to first think what it definitely is not. You know, sometimes it's easier to eliminate one at a time the bad choices and then look what's left than to try to instantly guess the correct one. And so I think the best place to start is to know what definitely is not the purpose of your life. And the purpose of your life is definitely not doing something that you consider meaningless. I think everyone can agree, if there's something that you consider meaningless, it's probably not what you should be doing with your life. Same with if there's something that you absolutely despise and hate. You know, if there's a job that you feel is meaningless and there's a job that you really hate, then probably that's not what you should be doing for the next 50 years or 70 years of your life. Because you despise it and it's meaningless. And so we can also look at, well, your purpose on this earth probably isn't doing something that makes you feel like you could be doing more. You see, if you're at a job or whatever you're doing, studying, so on, and you feel like you could constantly be doing more, there are talents that you aren't using that you could be using. There are gifts that were given to you, but you're not utilizing them. You know, if you're feeling that, then you certainly know that that is not what you should be doing. You know, when you're doing your purpose on this planet, you shouldn't be feeling like there is something left for you to give. That, oh yes, I can still do more. Like, that's not the feeling you should be having if you're doing the correct thing. You see, none of the greats, whatever field you are in, a musician, an artist, philosopher, painter, athlete, scientist, you know, none of them ever felt like, oh man, you know, this is the field where I'm not using my talents. All the greats felt like, you know what, this is a good place. You know, all of them felt like, you know what, I'm using my talents here well. And so if you're in a job that you despise and you don't like, and if you're studying a field that makes you feel like, man, you know, I have so many skills in this other field and I'm so talented in so many different things, yet I'm not using any of those talents, then maybe that's not what you should be doing. And so when we look at all this and we combine these, what's left? What's left? The purpose of your life is probably to do the thing that is left. The one where you utilize your talents and your gifts, something that you don't hate or despise, that probably gives you a sense of meaningfulness and in other ways satisfaction, that this is what I should be doing. It doesn't mean that it's supposed to be easy, it doesn't mean that it's not gonna be difficult or hard or challenging or the road's gonna be short, it could be very long, but it should be satisfying. It should utilize most of the talents that you have as a person, if not all of the talents that you have as a person. And you know, in many ways, you can ask yourself, what is there to do except to chase your dreams? What better do you have to do with this one and only life that you have than to chase your dreams? Can you name me a single thing that is more useful, a use of your time, a better use of your time than chasing your dreams? What is a better use of your one and only life than to do that which satisfies you, makes you happy, you feel is very meaningful and impactful, utilizes your talents, and so on? Whatever that might be, no matter how ridiculous or impossible it might seem. Like, oh, you have these talents to write a book, but you know, it's ridiculous. It's impossible. Doesn't matter. Throw out those words right now. You're not supposed to feel ridiculous or impossible right now. Now you're just supposed to find what is the purpose. Later on you can, look at how you make it happen. Right now just realize what you're supposed to be aiming for. Because if you don't know what you're aiming for, you don't know what your goal is, how are you supposed to end up there? You don't just magically end up at a goal. You have to know where you're going and then actively work towards that. So even if you think that your goal or dream is ridiculous or impossible, throw out those words right now. Just think, what is that? What is that which utilizes your talents, whether it is to be a professional athlete, a business owner, whatever. What is that which utilizes your talents and makes you feel amazing? It gives you a deep sense of satisfaction. And whatever answer that might be, then maybe that's exactly what you should be doing. It's scary to, change the trajectory of your life. If you're studying another field and you want to switch to another one, that might be scary. If you're in a job that you've been doing for 10 years and you want to switch to another one, that change can be scary. But maybe it's that brave thing, that brave choice, that leap of faith that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Because that is exactly the thing that gives you the satisfaction, utilizes your talents, and you know what? It's going towards your dreams. And once again, what better do you have to do with this one and only life than to chase your dreams? Isn't that the purpose of your life in a way? Like, if you cannot name a better thing to do, then maybe that's exactly your purpose. Maybe that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. No matter how impossible it seems. Everything is impossible until someone does it. Like, you ask people 100 years ago, a man will walk on the moon. They would laugh at you. Happened in their lifetimes. So, it is impossible until you believe it and make it happen. So just go and do it. There isn't some, magical answer. And people ask, what is the purpose of your life? You can always just go and think about it. And when you realize that, there is nothing better to do with this one and only life than to chase your dreams, then maybe that is the purpose. Maybe that is the purpose. Maybe it is that simple. People always try to look for some super grand, big answer that somehow magically falls from the sky and you have to go to the mountains and meet some, monk who teaches you the secrets of the universe. But maybe it's as simple as asking, what is the best thing that you could do with your life? That utilizes your talents, that makes you satisfied, that feels meaningful. And whatever the answer is to you, whether it be to paint paintings, make poems, play football, own a business, whatever it might be, maybe it is literally that simple, and that is exactly what you should be doing with your life. Maybe it's just that. So go out there, chase your dreams, stay disciplined, and have an amazing day.